So whatever you focus on becomes real. Whatever you believe becomes true. So going along your example there, even if you've got the best grade, but there's something internally that's saying to you, but still I'm not good enough. That's a thought, like the cloud in the sky, that if you go and try and fight and take down or push away, it gets more energy.
Yes.
And then you start thinking, oh my goodness, like this feels real. And the mind, what it does is this amazing kind of like you know what a heat-seeking missile is? I don't like violence, but like a heat-seeking missile has this ability to just work around obstacles and get to where you direct it to. So it's kind of like that. Like if you put your energy and focus into this thought, by not wanting to focus on it, by not wanting to believe it, you're putting your energy into it. So what happens is it becomes what?
More powerful and real?
Yeah. And what happens is, after that, when it feels more powerful and real, what do you think happens? We believe it. And when you believe it, what happens? It becomes true. And when it feels true, guess what happens? This mind of ours has this amazing ability to filter out what's not useful, because there's so much information coming at us all the time, and say, well, this is important information, pay attention to it, even if you're not consciously choosing it, because you're saying, I don't want to feel not good enough. But what you're saying is focus on that thing about this issue about not good enough and just solve it. So this thing is a problem-solving machine. It's really powerful. I mean, even artificial intelligence, I mean, I think they've caught up already, but they're just catching up. So we're walking around with this supercomputer that can solve problems. And we all have one. How many of you have one? Yes, you do. Right? Are you okay? Just checking. Just processing. I know it's not normal conversation. I don't really have normal conversation. I don't even know what's normal. Normal is whatever we make it to be normal. That's a whole other talk. So, what you focus on, what you believe, the mind tends to filter out information that it says, well, that's not so important. Focus on this instead. But guess what? There's a problem with that strategy. Because what you focus on becomes real. So, it's saying, if I can find more proof, then maybe it's true. Right? If let's say if the thought is, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, and maybe you might not be aware of it like that, but it kind of is like that all the time, right? Anyone? I don't know about you, but mine's kind of like that. It's been doing that for a long time. Anyone? Just me?
No.
Are you too? Okay. No? Just no? Yes? Okay. All right. You're getting sick of the arm raising thing, aren't you? You're like, yeah, whatever. My arm's up. Okay? Virtual arm is up. Just want participation. So I know it's landing, that's all. There's a flaw in that formula. If there is a thought that says something like, I'm not good enough, but it can say anything, and the heat-seeking missile, the problem-solving machine goes, if I can find more proof, then it must be true. Well, if you're looking for a proof, what happens?
You find it.
Yeah. You find more proof, and then when you find more proof, what happens? You believe it. And when you believe it, what happens? It feels true. And then we live our lives as if it is true. Believing on some level as if that's the truth of who you are. even if you have the best grades, even if you have written 4 books in your lifetime, even if you're a something solicitor. What's solicitor?
I plan to specialize in all of us, but we should start with criminal.
Criminal. Start with criminal. Right. You can have all the accolades, you can have all the degrees, you can have all the things external to you that say, hey, people even, you're amazing. We love you. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. And still, it doesn't matter because your external world is a reflection of your
Internal.
You can have everyone around you saying, you're amazing. We love you. You're so talented. And you're like, well, no one here. Might as well just give up.